Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm here today to do something I've been talking about and wanting to do for a while now. Because I watched so many other reactors, especially a bunch of smaller time ones, and I watched their RWBY reactions. There are a couple of them that, man, I wish I could watch your videos, but you're already at volume 8 and you're so far ahead that I can't watch anything because they're still back in like volumes 3, 4, 5. Some of them are even back in the first couple volumes. So what I wanted to do, and hopefully this will help me get some views too, is I'm going to be going back through the older volumes of RWBY, starting at the very beginning, and just going through a little rewatch of them. Kind of giving my reaction to them, kind of giving more of like a relook at them and talking about my thoughts and stuff on them, and kind of just like going back on a trip back through memory lane a little bit. So we're gonna start off with RWBY Volume 1 here. And I'm trying to think of when I started watching this. I think, where did this start? In 2013? I think I started watching it in 2014, around the beginning of Volume 2. I had no idea what RWBY was even about. I think I'd seen like a couple of images or something like that. I wasn't sure if it was for me. And then one day my friend asked me if I'd watched it. And I said, no, I think I saw a couple things in there, maybe a couple character designs I liked, and the character design I liked was Yang, by the way. As if that couldn't have been more obvious, since everyone seems to like that design. I was like, no, I don't know if I really like it. And he said I needed to watch it because the animation on the fight scenes was good. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll give it a shot. And I forget if I started with the trailers or not. I might have just started with the first episode, but God, did I instantly fall in love with this series. And it has now become my second favorite all-time series. Recently, I just say it's my favorite because my first favorite is probably never going to have it's another chance to sort of get into the spotlight. But that's a whole nother story. So yeah, we're gonna get this started. I'm kind of excited to do this. It's been a little bit trying to find the time to be able to do this, because the way I'm gonna be doing it is I'm gonna be watching these on Amazon Prime. So what they're going to be is they're the versions where it's all the chapters are stitched together as one long sort of movie. And I believe this first one is probably like an hour 45 minutes, something like that. So this is going to be a pretty long reaction, or not reaction, or review, something like that. So I'm pretty excited to start this. Let's go ahead and switch this over to here. That's good. Make sure all the audio is turned on. All right. And we're starting this in 3, 2, 1. Kind of excited, guys. Like I've watched a bunch of reactors go back through the first volume.
Legends.
Oop, here we go.
Stories scattered through time.
Is this volume turned all the way up?
Mankind has grown quite fond of recounting the exploits of heroes and villains, forgetting so easily that we are remnants, byproducts of a forgotten past.
And I'm gonna be avoiding talking about spoilers beyond the volume that I'm watching.
But he was born into an unforgiving world. An inevitable darkness, creatures of destruction, the creatures of Grimm, set their sights on man and all of his creations.
But yeah, I've watched a bunch of reactors go through this like over and over and over again because I just love watching them so much. But
however, even the
yeah, it's been a while since I've actually watched the first volumes myself.
Passion, resourcefulness, and ingenuity led them to the tools that would help even the odds. This power was appropriately named
Dust.
Nature's wrath in hand, man lit their way through the darkness. And in the shadow's absence came strength, civilization, and most importantly, life. But even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker.
I've always loved that, like, they start off showing you a map of the world. And And that way you have like an idea of where everything is. They don't tell you where this story currently is taking place, but they show you like here's the map and here's where each kingdom is located, so you have kind of an idea of the world.
Build your monuments to a so-called free world. But take heed. There will be no victory in strength.
For perhaps victory is in the simpler things that you've long forgotten. Things that require a smaller, more honest soul.
Oh, man. Could you call this nostalgic at this point? I'm not sure how long you have to wait for something to be called nostalgic.
Please, just take my lien and leave.
Calm down. We're not here for your money. Grab the dust. Crystals. Burn uncut.
I'm not sure how accurate these subtitles are either.
Alright, kid. Put your hands where I can see them.
Oh, man.
Hey, I said hands in the air. You got a death wish?
Hearing like the kind of rough voice acting in this first chapter as well.
Yes?
I said, put your hands in the air. Now.
Are you robbing me?
Yes.
Oh. That's so great. Man, this is back before Lindsay married Michael, too. I just remembered. I've always thought Lindsay did a pretty good job of voicing Ruby. She is my absolute favorite member of Achievement Hunter. I really need Ruby's headphones to make a comeback. Or I need them to sell those headphones. I don't think I've ever seen them for sale. Man, looking at the art style and everything now, it's like everything seems like so cell shaded compared to the art style that they use today.
Truly you were. Well, Red, I think we can all say it's been an eventful evening. And as much as I'd love to stick around, I'm afraid...
And how long it took me to find out that his cane fires out like Roman candles. Because he's Roman Torchwick. This is something I saw pointed out in another video. It's just like, oh my god, that makes so much sense.
Persistent.
Also, I never understood where that thing was hiding, because didn't that pop up from in between buildings? I'll need to look at it when it gives like a better shot. There she is. And for those of you that don't know, who also watch Red vs. Blue, she is the person that voices Tex. See, it looked like there was like another building, like just across from the one that they were standing on. So how did that thing pop up from in between those two? It looks like it's bigger than that space. Man. There's some things I'd like to say, but I won't because they go past Volume 1, but some things about what Glenda's doing right there. And some things about what Mysterious Woman on Airplane did right there.
You're a huntress.
Can autograph?
Your autograph? I hope you realize that your actions tonight will not be taken lightly, young lady. You put yourself and others in great danger.
They started it!
If it were up to me, you'd be sent home. With a pat on the back
I always wondered if, like,
and a slap on the wrist.
what's on that, like, tablet is like an actual UI for something.
Here who would like to meet you.
Ruby Rose. You have silver eyes.
Man, that line.
Where did you learn to do this?
Signal Academy?
They taught you to use one of the most dangerous weapons ever designed.
Also, I want to know who was getting those camera angles on that fight.
It's just that I've only seen one other sight wielder of that skill before. A dusty old crow.
Oh, that's my Uncle. Sorry. That's my Uncle Crow. He's a teacher at Signal. I was complete garbage before he
Oh,
took me under
they
his
didn't
wing.
spell it right.
I'm all like,
So I've noticed.
Man, I love how, like,
And what is an adorable girl such as yourself?
how, like, childlike Ruby is at the start of this series.
well, I want to be a huntress.
You want to slay monsters?
Yeah. I only have 2 more years of training left at Signal, and then I'm going to apply to Beacon. See, my sister's starting there this year, and she's trying to become a huntress, and I'm trying to become a huntress because I want to help people. And my parents always taught us to help others, so I thought, oh, I might as well make a career out of it. I mean, the police are alright, but husband and huntresses are just so much more romantic and exciting and cool, just, you know?
Man, I love her deliveries.
Do you know who I am?
You're Professor Ozpin. You're the headmaster at Beacon.
The great and powerful Oz.
You want to come to my school?
More than anything.
Well, okay.
Oh, I can't believe my baby sister's going to Beacon with me. This is the best day ever!
It's always fun, like, seeing people start this series for the first time and,
Really, sis, it was nothing.
like, go through and try and figure out who, like, each character is supposed to be based off of with the whole fairy tale things.
Knees, okay? I don't want to be any kind of knees. I just want to be a normal girl with normal knees. What's with you? Aren't you excited? Of course I'm excited. I got moved ahead 2 years. I don't want people to think I'm special or anything. But you are special.
The robbery was led by nefarious criminal Roman Torchwick, who continues to evade authorities. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Vale Police Department. Back to you, Lisa.
I wonder when that picture was taken.
This Saturday's Fauna Civil Rights protest turned dark when members of the White Fang disrupted the ceremony. The once peaceful
Because
organization-
Roman never seemed like the type of guy to get easily caught. So I wonder if that's from, like, back in his, like, younger
Who's that?
criminal days.
Linda Goodwitch.
Oh,
You are among the privileged few who have received the honor of being selected to attend this prestigious academy. Our world is experiencing an incredible time of peace, and as future huntsmen and huntresses, it is your duty to uphold it. You have demonstrated the courage needed for such a task, and now it is our turn to provide you with the knowledge and the training to protect our world.
Alright. Oh, the shadow people! That is the one thing I will talk about from past Volume 1 is the shadow people.
Beacon's our home now.
It's amazing to see where this,
Well,
like,
I guess the view isn't for everyone.
just the detail and the
I wonder who we're gonna meet. I just hope
the animation style changes.
Oh, yay, Crow!
How far they've come from this beginning with such a small team. Hey, there it is. Let's turn this part down slightly. Oh man, this intro. So let's take this time to adjust. Let's see. Did that work? Is that too high? Am I turning it up higher? Nope, I think I'm turning it up higher. There we go. That should work. Let's see if this was turned that way. Okay. I'm trying to adjust the gain on my microphone so I don't blow out the audio levels. Man, it's crazy how many people say like, "Oh yeah, I love I like the season 1 opening the best out of all of them." And it's like, I just love all of them. Like, I never got the people comparing the openings for the different volumes. This is like, I think they're all great. Like, Volume 4 is a little like, eh, all right, but I still love it. And I'm not like one of those people that's like, oh no, this show is the greatest, it's perfect, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like I can admit when this series has faults and when it's less than good sometimes, but that doesn't mean I don't love it. Like it's still my favorite series. Oh, Chibi Ruby.
Easy there, little sister. They're just weapons. Just weapons? They're an extension of ourselves. They're a part of us. Oh, they're so cool.
Well, why can't you swing over your own weapon? Aren't you happy with it?
Of course I'm happy with
Crescent Rose. Oh man. And all the names for all the different weapons too.
Ruby, come on. Why don't you go try and make some friends of your own?
That's another thing I like about this series is every weapon has a name. Even if you don't get to hear it. that animation though. That animation's rough.
What are you doing? Sorry. Do you have any?
There she is.
Give me that. This is dust, mined and purified from the Schnee quarry. What are you? Brain dead? Dust, fire, water, lightning, energy.
Also, that is a very not a very secure bottle if just shaking it around causes a bunch of dust to just fly out.
Unbelievable! This is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. I'm really, really sorry.
Oh, anime fingers.
What are you even doing here? Aren't you a little young to be attending Beacon? Well, this isn't your ordinary combat.
I like that she can tell that she's just 2 years younger than Weiss.
Watch where you're going. Hey, I said I was sorry, princess.
It's Eris, actually.
Oh, she's not even that much shorter.
To the Schnee Dust Company,
So
one of the largest producers of energy propellant in the world.
I'm like, how can Weiss tell that she is just 2 years younger? Because I don't know of any teenagers that could tell someone's age that precisely.
I promise I'll make this up to you. I guess I'm not the only one having a rough first day. So, what's... Welcome to Beacon.
Hey. I'm Jean.
Ruby.
Now I forget what Jean's weapon is called.
The guy that threw up on the ship.
All I'm saying is that motion sickness is a much more common problem than people let on.
Look, I'm sorry. Vomit Boy was the first thing...
That is true. I get motion sickness. Like I can't stand being on like roller coasters or like out on boats and stuff. It sucks.
Ladies love it.
Jean Arc, Joan of Arc.
I hope they will. I mean, my mom always says that. Never mind.
And I can never remember how to spell Jean's name.
Whoa! Is that a sight?
It's also a customizable, high-impact sniper rifle.
A what?
It's also a gun.
Also a gun.
Oh. That's cool.
So what do you got?
Oh, I got this sword.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got a shield too.
So, what did they do?
Whoa, the shield gets smaller, so when I get tired of carrying it, I can just put it away.
But wouldn't it weigh the same?
Yeah, it would weigh the same, but you don't have to carry it on your arm the whole time.
Weapons, I guess I did go a little overboard.
Like that's the thing.
Of course. All students at Signal forge their own weapons. Didn't you make yours?
It's a hand-me-down. My great-great-grandfather used it to fight in the war.
Sounds more like a family heirloom to me. Well, I like it.
I've always wondered, like, how long ago this war was.
Classics.
So why'd you help me out back there in the courtyard?
Why not? My mom.
Because I know it's mentioned like a couple times in this volume.
Going.
Oh, I don't know. I was following you.
At least I think that's the same war as the one with
Ruby, over here.
General Legume.
Oh, hey, I gotta go. I'll see you after the ceremony.
Hey, wait! Great. Where am I supposed to find another nice, quirky girl to talk to?
How's your first date going, little sister?
You mean
Oh,
you
man.
ditched me and I exploded?
Yikes, meltdown already?
No, I literally exploded a hole in front of the school, and there was some fire, and I think some ice.
Are you being sarcastic?
I wish. I tripped over some crabby girl's luggage, and then she yelled at me, and then I sneezed, and then I exploded, and then she yelled again. And I felt
Crochet Moors, that's John's weapon name.
You! Oh God, it's happening again!
You're lucky we weren't blown off the side of the cliff.
Oh my god, you really exploded.
It was an accident. It was an accident.
What's this? The Schnee Dust Company is
At least I think that's how you say it.
Or damages sustained while operating a Schnee Dust Company product. Although not mandatory, the Schnee family highly encourages their customers to read and familiarize themselves with this easy-to-follow guide to dust application and practice in the field.
You really want to start making things up to me? Absolutely.
Read this and don't ever speak to me again.
Look, sounds like you two just got off on the wrong foot. Why don't you start over and try to be friends, okay?
Yeah, great idea. Hello, Weiss. I'm Ruby. Want to hang out? We could go shopping for school supplies. Yeah, and we can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys like tall, blonde, and scraggly over there. Well, really?
No.
I know a lot of people hate on Weiss when they first meet her. And understandable. I get that. I kind of love how sarcastic and sassy she is.
And when you have finished,
But that's just the type of character I like.
dedicate your life to the protection of the
I
people.
wonder why.
But I look amongst you, and all I see is wasted energy, in need of purpose, direction. You assume knowledge will free you of this, but your time at this school will prove that knowledge can only carry you so far. It is up to you to take the first step.
You will gather in the ballroom tonight. Tomorrow, your initiation begins. Be ready. You are dismissed.
He seemed kind of off.
It's almost like he wasn't even there.
Here he
I'm a
comes.
natural blonde, you know.
Oh, man. It's amazing how much more detail those people, like the grayscale people, had than the shadow people.
I do.
Fucking Jean in his onesie.
A letter to the gang back at Signal. I promised to tell them all about Beacon and how things are going.
Aw, that's so cute!
Shut up! I didn't get to take my friends with me to school. It's weird not knowing anyone here.
What about John? He's nice.
There you go.
Jaune.
100% increase.
Pretty sure Weiss counts as a negative friend. Back to 0.
There's no such thing as negative friends. You just made one friend and one enemy. Look, it's only been one day. Trust me, you've got friends all around you. You just haven't met them yet.
I've always liked Ruby's like little
You know
like
her?
sleep mask
Not
thing with like
really.
the red eyes.
She saw what happened this morning, but left before I could say anything.
Well, now's your chance.
Wait, what are you doing?
Hello.
I believe you two may know each other.
Aren't you that girl that exploded? Yeah. My name's Ruby. But you can just call me Crater.
Sorry if you guys can hear the church bells outside.
Okay.
I didn't realize what time it was.
I don't know, help me.
And they usually ring them for like 15 minutes. It's so annoying.
Well, Blake, I'm Yang, Ruby's older sister. I like your bow.
Thanks.
It goes great with your pajamas.
Right.
Nice night, don't you think?
Yes. It's lovely. Almost as lovely as
Man, it's crazy.
I will continue to read.
Like almost forgetting like how
As soon as you leave.
standoffish these girls are when they first meet each other.
Your book. Does it have a name?
Well, it's about a man with two souls, each fighting for control over his body.
Oh yeah, that's real lovely.
I love books.
I always liked Blake.
Yang used to read me every night before bed. Stories
Like because she reminds me a lot of my girlfriend because she loves cats and she likes to read.
Hoping you'll live happily ever after.
Well, I'm hoping we all will. As a girl, I wanted to be just like those heroes in the books. As someone who fought for what was right and who protected people who couldn't protect themselves.
That's very ambitious for a child. Unfortunately, the real world isn't the same as a fairy tale.
Well, that's why we're here. To make it better.
Oh, I'm so proud of my baby sister. Cut it out!
Wise words from Blake.
RWBY Yang, it's a
What
pleasure
in the
to...
world is going on over here? Don't you realize some of us are trying to sleep? Oh, not you again!
Shh, guys, she's right. People are trying to sleep.
Oh, now you're on my side.
I was always on your side.
Yeah, what's your problem with my sister? She's only trying to be nice. She's a hazard to my health.
There she is. The best girl.
It's morning, it's morning, it's morning, it's morning. I can't believe we've been at Beacon for a full 24 hours. Not that I thought we'd get kicked out or anything. I mean, you're the perfect student and I'm me. But it's just crazy, you know? We've been friends for so long. What are the odds we'd still be together? Well, not together. Not that I'm not saying you're not handsome. You are handsome, but that's just weird, right? Right.
Oh.
I'm thinking. But still, I hope we end up on the same team together. Ooh, we should come up with some sort of
Man, that
plan
really
to
makes me
make
want some
sure we end
pancakes
up on
right
the
now.
same team together. What if we bribe that master?
I haven't had pancakes in so long.
I know. We'll have some sort of signal, like a distress signal. A secret signal, so we can find each other in the forest. Can you imitate a sloth?
Nora,
Yes, Ren?
I don't think sloths make a lot of noise.
That's why it's perfect. Now we will suspect we're working together.
Come on, Nora. Let's go.
But not together.
Wonder what those two are so worked up about.
Oh, who knows? So, you seem awfully chipper this morning.
Yep, no more awkward small talk or getting to know you stuff. Today, I get to let my sweetheart do the talking.
Oh,
Well,
man.
remember, RWBY, you're not the only one going through initiation. If you want to grow up, you're going to have to meet new people and learn to work together.
You sound like Dad. Okay, first of all, what does meeting people have to do with fighting? And secondly, I don't need people to help me grow up.
I drink milk.
But what about when we
Gotta say, Volume 1 probably still has some of my favorite jokes in the series.
Your team or something.
Maybe you should try being on someone else's team.
My dearest sister Yang. are
Like, they
you
just
sure
have, like,
you
such
not wish to be
good
on the same
delivery
team with
and
me?
just, like,
No, of course I do. I just
are so, like,
I don't know, It
quick.
would help you break out of your shell.
What the? I don't need to break out of my shell. That's absolutely
Ridiculous! There's no way I put my gear in locker 636 yesterday. I would have remembered having to count that high.
636, the studio that makes Halo.
So, Kira,
The thing that helped Rooster Teeth get its start.
I'm sure everyone must be eager to unite with such a strong, well-known individual such as yourself.
I'm not quite sure. I was planning on letting the chips fall where they may.
Well, I was thinking maybe we could be on a team together.
Man, Pyrrha has such a good character design.
This will be perfect. The smartest girl in class combined with the strongest girl in class. Together we will be unstoppable. I can see it now. We'll be popular. We'll be celebrities. We'll get perfect grades.
Man, that face.
You know what else is great? Me, Jean.
I'm surprised people don't screenshot that face more often.
Yeah. Twice. Couldn't help but overhear your fondness of me the other day.
I don't know about Jean.
Got to be kidding me.
Don't worry, no need to be.
I would push Weiss out of the way for Pyrrha.
I was thinking you and me would make a good one. What do you say?
Actually, I think the teams are comprised of 4 students each, so...
You don't say. Well, hot stuff. Play your cards right, and maybe you could join up with the winning team.
Jean, is it... Do you have any idea who you were talking to?
Not in the slightest, no angel.
This is Pyrrha.
Hello again.
Pyrrha graduated from her class's Sanctum.
Never heard of it.
She's won the Mistral Regional Tournaments 4 years in a row. A new record.
The what?
She's on the front of every Pumpkin Pete's Marshmallow Flakes box.
That's you? They only do that for star athletes and cartoons.
I really wish I could try these Pumpkin Pete's marshmallow flakes, but I'm afraid they taste like pumpkin, and I'm sorry, but I just don't like the taste of pumpkin that much.
Her to be on your team.
I guess not. Sorry.
Actually,
Although I'll eat the shit out of those marshmallows.
Oh, stop it.
Seriously, please stop it. This kind of
Oh man, I don't think I ever noticed, like, the little, like, I don't want to call it a pommel,
Maybe I could pull some strings. Find a place for you. What do you say?
All right.
the little disc on her sash has her emblem on it. That's what I love about this series, is you can keep going back over and over again and notice, like, little small details that you, like, didn't notice before.
All first-year students report to Beacon Cliff immediately.
It was nice meeting
But yeah, like, the little emblem on her waist there is her actual
I
symbol.
don't understand. My dad said
And Yang just wears her symbol all over the fucking place.
I go wrong.
Snow Angel.
She's got it on her skirt thing and on her
Come on,
shirt.
John. Let's go.
For years, you have trained to become warriors, and today your abilities will be evaluated in the Emerald Forest.
Now, I'm sure many of you have heard rumors about the assignment of teams. Well, allow us to put an end to your confusion. Each of you will be given teammates. Today.
What?
These teammates will be with you for the rest of your time here at Beacon.
Freaking Cardin.
So it is in your best interest to be paired with someone with whom you can work well. That being said, the first person you make eye contact with after landing will be your partner for the next 4 years.
See? I told you.
After you've partnered up, make your way to the northern end of the forest. You will meet opposition
In
along
Cardin.
the way.
Oh no, I guess I'll
To destroy
say
everything
it
in your path, or you
later
will
during the
die.
relevant parts.
You will be monitored and graded for
It'll
the
make
duration
more
of your
sense.
initiation, but our instructors will not intervene. You will find an abandoned temple at the end of the path containing several relics. Each pair must choose one and return to the top of the cliff. We will guard that item, as well as your standing, and grade you appropriately. Are there any questions?
Yeah, sir?
Good. Now, take your positions.
Sir? I've got, a question. So, this landing...
You can save it for later.
Thing, what is it? You're, like, dropping us off or something?
No. You will be falling.
Oh, I see. So, like, did you hand out parachutes?
This would also seem incredibly irresponsible
You will be using your own landing.
if all of these kids wouldn't have already been required to go to combat school beforehand.
So, what exactly is a landing strategy?
There you go. An actual birdie, not a Grim. Oh, Yang. The flashiest of all. Man, Pyrrha has probably the most versatile weapon out of all the students.
I'm sorry.
She's got a sword, a spear, and a rifle.
Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang. Gotta find Yang. Oh, this is bad.
really bad. Oh, what if I can't find her? What if someone finds her first? Oh, there's always Jean. He's nice. He's funny. I don't think he's very good in a fight, though. Oh, what about Blake?
I like how she can tell that, despite having never seen him fight.
Plus, she likes books. Well, then again, I'm not sure I'd be able to hold a conversation with her. Ugh. Okay.
But that's okay, Ruby, because you don't like talking to other people anyway.
John, Blake, and... Wait! Where are you going? We're supposed to be teammates. Ow!
Man, that hoodie is stronger than Jean at this point.
Hey, wait! Come back! Who's gonna get me down from here?
Jean?
Do you have any...
Like, I want to know what that hoodie is made out of. That it was able to support his full weight in motion with just that spear.
I swear if I get a bad grade because of that, what the? I'm not slow, see? You don't have to worry about me. When did... Wait, just because I don't exactly know how to deal with people doesn't mean I don't know how to deal with monsters. You're about to see a whole different side of me today, Weiss. And after it's all over, you're gonna be like, wow, that Ruby girl is really, really cool.
And I want to be your friend.
You may be fast, but you still excel at wasting time. Ruby?
Ruby has some great line deliveries this volume.
Ruby?
Like, absolutely perfect that I would never change for a thing. And man, the limitations of the art style. I just noticed that friggin' Weiss's, like, sword hilt was, like, clipping through her chest.
Hello? Is anyone out there? Hello? I'm getting bored here. Is someone there? Ruby, is that you? Nope.
Oh, man. Yang is so cool.
You guys wouldn't happen to have seen a girl in a red hood, would you? You'd just say no.
Oh, sorry about that. Air trying to go down the wrong hole.
Hit the broadside of a...
And you messed with the hair.
You monster!
Team flexing with the animation there. That actually goes on for a lot longer than I remember it. Like, I swear I remember that, like, Yang's, like, attack being only, like, a few hits.
Remember your training, Weiss. Head up, shoulders back, right foot forward, not that forward. Slow your breathing.
I love that the Grimm just sort of sit there and wait for her to, take her stance.
Hey, watch it! Excuse me!
Also, I'm of the camp that that was totally Ruby's fault.
You'll have to try a lot harder than that.
Like, she doesn't seem to have great, like, battlefield awareness yet. Because it would have been super easy to see Weiss charging in for that attack.
What was that? That
This should have been easy! Well, perhaps if you had exercised even the slightest amount of caution with the placement of your strikes, I wouldn't have set the forest on fire! What's that supposed to mean? I'm just surprised that someone that talks so much would communicate so little during an encounter. Well, I'm sorry that you need my help to win a fight. I'm just fine on my own. Well, congratulations.
She didn't technically need your help. We didn't really get to see what was going to happen.
Bravo.
We just have to hope that Weiss doesn't like have to set up like that for each Grim she tries to fight. Also, I want to know, if that Nevermore was hiding in that tree, how could they not have seen it?
Gunfire. It seems some of our comrades have encountered the enemy. John, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just a scratch.
Why didn't you activate your aura?
Huh?
Your aura.
Gesundheit.
John, do you know what aura is?
I also love the power system of this world.
You know what aura is?
Aura is the manifestation of our soul. It bears our burdens and shields our hearts. Have you ever felt like you were being watched without knowing that someone was there?
And I've always, like, really appreciated this scene. It's like, a lot of series won't do that, where they're explaining the, like, the power scaling and the power level, or the power, system of the world.
No. The monsters we fight,
And they'll just explain it and not really demonstrate it. But this one, like, it gives you this cool voiceover of Pyrrha explaining what aura is while Ren is fighting the the King Taijitu with it.
It's not about why. It's about knowing. Understanding both dark and light helps us manifest.
And also the very important explanation of the weapons being conduits for aura.
By bearing your soul outward as a force, you can deflect harm.
And
All of our tools
sort of channeling your aura through your weapons is very important for some stuff that happens later on.
and your soul when fighting.
Specifically one very specific chapter
If you want to look at it that way.
that people will always question how. Also, Ren killing a King Taijitu pretty much with his bare hands is ridiculous.
For it is in passing that we achieve immortality. Through this, we become a paragon of virtue and glory to rise above all, infinite in distance and unbound by death. I release your soul, and by my shoulder protect thee.
Pyrrha?
It's all right. I used my aura to unlock yours, but the energy that protects you now is your own.
Like, that delivery with the animation always seemed a bit awkward to me, but I get it. Also, I wonder if that's something that, like, everyone... freaking aura. I wonder if that's, like, something that, like, everyone that is taught how to use their aura is taught how to do, or if that's something you very specifically need training to learn how to do, is unlock someone else's aura by using yours.
Poor boy. I can't possibly imagine those two getting along. Still, he's probably better off than Miss Nico's. I don't care what his transcripts say. That Jean fellow is not ready for this level of combat.
J-A-U-N.
I guess we'll find out soon enough. At their current pace, they should reach the temple within just a few minutes. Speaking of which, what did you use as relics this year? Professor Ozpin?
It's definitely this way. I mean, this way. It's definitely this way. All right. It's official. We passed it. Why can't you just admit that you have no idea where we're going? Because I know exactly where we're going. We're going to the Forest Temple. Ugh. Oh, stop it. You don't know where we are either. At least I'm not
pretending like I know everything.
Man, they are so at each other's throats at the start of this, I almost forgot.
Jerk, and I hit you. Just keep moving. Oh, just keep moving. Hurry up. Wow, watch where you're going. Why are you so bossy? I'm not bossy. Don't say things like that. Stop treating me like this. Stop acting like
I'm not bossy, and then that sassy ass walk back towards Ruby.
Not yet. But I'm still leagues better than you.
You don't even know me.
I've always really liked Weiss's character design right now too. It's like, I love it's. I think it just goes together so well, especially with like the red inlay on the jacket,
Chess pieces?
and I love like the big snowflake emblem on the back.
Looks like we weren't the first ones here. Well, I guess we should pick one.
Think this is it?
I'm not sure this is it.
Pyrrha, I made the torch. Could you at least humor me for maybe...
I also love how Pyrrha's weapon design makes no sense, because the gun barrel is like at the hilt of the sword at the end of the hilt. So where does the trigger come from?
How about a cute little pony?
Sure.
That wasn't too hard.
Well, it's not like this place is very difficult to find.
That's the relic!
I just decided that has to be it. Also, yeah, if I went to grab that and it moved, I would turn around.
Some girl's in trouble. Blake, did you hear that?
Oh, man. I also really like how they designed this specific Deathstalker with like the grass and everything and all like the chips in its armor. It's not the relic.
Whatever you do, don't let. Go.
Like this specific Deathstalker looks very, very like. It looks like it's very old.
Blake, did you hear that? What should we do?
I told you this was a terrible idea. We're fine. Stop worrying. I am so beyond worrying.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys.
Why don't we just jump? What are you, insane? Oh, you insufferable little red.
Blake, did you hear that?
What was that?
Little grim dogs.
Hey, Ruby.
Did your sister just fall from the sky?
Oh man, I sneeze so hard my elbow hurts. God, you guys ever do that? Don't get old.
Aw, broken.
Nora?
I love everything Nora does. She's just such a fun character to follow.
I'm queen of the castle. I'm queen of the castle.
Nora!
Coming, Ren.
Did that girl just ride in on an Ursa?
Yang's face. It's just like, what the hell is even happening anymore?
Pyrrha! Whoa! Ruby!
John, how long are you gonna hang upside down?
Did she just run all the way here with a Deathstalker on her tail?
I can't take it anymore! Could everyone just chill out for 2 seconds before something crazy happens again?
Yang?
I thought her eyes were still red in that scene.
How could you leave?
I didn't know they immediately went back to purple.
I said jump.
She's gonna fall.
And Nora with her frickin' finger binoculars. And John, not thinking things through.
Oh, God.
My hero.
And dead. Also, where did his sword go?
Great, the gang's all here. Now we could die together.
Not if I can help it. Yeah! Ruby, wait!
Smack. And now we see
Don't worry. Totally fine.
Ruby's tendency to jump in head first. Kind of backfiring here.
Ruby! Ruby, get out!
And also something that a lot of people mention when they watch this episode for the first time is, man, that bird must instantly regrow all the feathers because it launched out so many.
You are so childish. Wise and dim-witted and hyperactive, and don't even get me started on your fighting style. And I suppose I can be a bit difficult, but if we're going to do this, we're going to have to do this together. So if you quit trying to show off, I'll be nicer.
I'm not trying to show off. I want you to know I can do this. You're fine.
Oh, and the animation on that run up. I like that transition too. With the Nevermore flying in front of the screen.
No sense in dilly-dallying. Our objective is right in front of us.
She's right. Our mission is to grab an artifact and make it back to the cliffs. There's no point in fighting these things.
Run and live. That is an idea I can get behind.
Yep, Ruby, you gotta learn, don't just go looking for a fight. That cheesy ass smile.
Time we left.
Let's go.
Proud sister Yang.
What is it?
Nothing.
And the start of the most infamous scene in all of RWBY.
Well, that's great.
Oh man, run!
I dare anyone to watch up to this scene
Nora, distracted.
and immediately not want to watch the rest of the series. Just the animation and the music are so next level. Like Monty with some of his best work in this scene. Also, yeah, I don't get how all of them managed to get on both sides of that break. Because that thing ran directly into where they were at.
They need help.
Let's do this.
Yeah, but I can't make that jump.
I always love watching reactors in this moment because it's the moment where everyone instantly falls in love with Nora. Like, if you did not already like her from her personality before, that is the moment that everyone is like, oh my god, I love this character. And the Blake, I love the use of the after images and the animation for Blake's right here.
It's tougher than it looks. Then let's hit it with everything we got.
Like that, the animations for it are so subtle for Blake's after image, especially in like the earlier volumes. Man, I love the build-up to this song.
None of this is working.
I have a plan. Cover me!
We gotta move.
Look at John go. He's not completely useless in a fight. He's just not the greatest. Ooh. But I do like how quickly Jean takes, like, charge of the situation. Like, you can see something there. Like, you see he has a potential for something, just for how quickly he was able to sort of direct everyone what to do in that situation. Aw, oh, crazy ass Yang. Jump into the mouth of a Nevermore. Also, for how easily the feathers on his wings fly off, I'm surprised that his tail feather doesn't just pop off right there. But if it did that, we couldn't have this freaking sick scene right here.
Can I? And of course I can.
Oh, and I love all the rose petals popping off the back. Also, those glyphs must help her defy physics, because how else would she drag that bird up a cliff with her body weight?
Wow.
And then everyone decided they would follow this show forever.
Well, that was a thing.
Russell Thrush, Arden Winchester, Dove Bronzewing, Sky Lark. The four of you retrieved the Black Bishop pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Cardinal, led by...
The team that time forgot.
John Ark, Lai Ren, Kira Nikos.
At least after they serve their purpose.
The four of you retrieve the White Rook pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team Juniper, led by Sean Ark.
Huh? Led by?
Congratulations, young man.
Whoa!
And finally...
See, he might not be the greatest fighter, but he does have a good head.
The four of you retrieve the White Knight pieces. From this day forward, you will work together as Team RWBY, led by Ruby Rose.
It honestly surprises me how many people get to this part
It looks like things are shaping up
without realizing that that's why the show is called that. Turn this down slightly more. Seems like I'm still way too loud. that better? Okay, yeah, that seems better. Now, I've never seen Clockwork Orange, but I always hear everyone compare Torchwick to Clockwork Orange.
Open it.
And I don't know if that's just because of a character design or what. But I know that his design, I guess, was kind of inspired by Clockwork Orange. Also a nice little map of Vale there. Also, I'm with Wise on this. I would be absolutely furious if someone came and woke me up like that.
Now that you're awake, we can officially begin our first order of business. Excuse me? Decorating! What?
We still have to unpack. And clean.
Wait, Yang was holding like Pierre's shield or something.
Alright! Weiss, Blake, Yang, and their
She was holding like a little like miniature version of her shield. I never noticed that before. Jesus. As many times as I've seen this. Aw, the ninjas of love. Also, for some reason, Ruby cutting the curtain. Okay, so I was right. Another thing that it took me a long time to notice is that Yang's poster is actually of the Achievement Hunter created back in the day.
This isn't
The Achievement!
It is a bit cramped.
Because I never read the poster. I always just kind of glossed over it.
Could ditch the beds and replace them with bunk beds. That sounds incredibly dangerous.
And super awesome.
It does seem efficient.
Well, we should put it to a vote. I think we just did. Objective complete.
The most unsafe beds in the world.
Our second order of business is classes. Now
I will tell you, I would not want to be on the bottom of either of those.
what? Did you say 9 o'clock? It's 8:55, you dunce. To class.
Class? We're gonna be late!
Monsters! Demons!
Deathstalker, Beowulf, Borbotusk, Nevermore, Ursas.
But I merely refer to them as prey.
So one thing I am really wondering is if and who is going to be recast to voice Professor Port in light of things that have happened this this past year, or not this past year, but late last year, things that were brought into light with the original voice actor for Port, who shall not be named,
Huntsmen, huntresses,
who I would really prefer be given no credit for this role again.
Protect themselves. From what you ask? Why, the very world.
Also, this random guy that appears once and never comes back again.
A tale of a young, handsome man. Me, when I was a boy.
Ah, freaking Ruby.
Cabbages. My grandfather was a wise man. Peter, he told me.
And I absolutely get Weiss's frustration with Ruby at this point, because she was just named the leader of the team.
With the beast in captivity and my head held high, celebrated.
Oh man, that sneeze really screwed me up earlier. But yeah, she was just made the leader of the team, and she is like her first class. She's just like goofing off and falling asleep and not really paying attention to what's going on.
And wise. So, who among you believes themselves to be the embodiment of these traits?
I do, sir.
Well then, let's find out. Step forward
And it's just like, why should I have to? Also, yeah, the outfit switch for some reason. I don't know if I've ever heard a reason for that. Maybe it was just like they forgot that she was in her uniform or whatever, or maybe their uniforms aren't like meant for combat. That would be like a much better explanation. Is like their uniforms aren't meant to like actually do combat in, so you have to switch to like your combat gear.
Wasn't expecting that, were you?
Hang in there, Weiss!
Bold new approach. I like it.
Come on, Weiss, show it who's boss!
And Ruby is being kind of distracting there.
Weiss, go for its belly! There's no armor underneath. Stop telling me what to do!
Like, why snapping like that? Probably not the best, but it's understandable.
Bravo! Bravo! It appears we are in
Like I would get pretty annoyed if like someone that was doing nothing but like goofing off, like up until that point, was suddenly trying to tell me like how to do things.
Stay vigilant.
I've worked for bad bosses before.
Sheesh, what's with her?
The kind that are like, why do I even listen to what you're saying?
Weiss! What? What's wrong with you? Why are you being... What's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You're supposed to be a leader, and all you've been so far is a nuisance. What did I do? That's just it. You've done nothing to earn your position. Back in the forest, you acted like a child, and you've only continued to do so. Weiss, where is this coming from? What happened to all the talk about working together? I thought you believed in acting as a team.
It is kind of weird
Not a team led by you.
that Ozpin would have like chosen Ruby to be the leader of the team.
I deserve better. Ozpin made
Like I get for story reasons we need the team to be named Ruby, but
Now that didn't seem to go very well.
Is she right? Did you make a mistake?
That remains to be seen.
Professor Port!
Ah, Miss Shani. And to what do I owe this fine pleasure?
I enjoyed your lecture.
Of course you did, child. You have the blood of a true huntress in you.
You really think so?
Most surely. Something's troubling you.
Yes, sir.
Dear girl, confess to me your strife.
Well, I think I should have been the leader of Team RWBY.
that's also a decision I don't know if I agree with.
What do you mean?
I mean...
Because she can be kind of arrogant, and you really don't need that in a leader either.
I've made more mistakes than any man, woman, and child on this planet. But at this moment, I would not consider your appointment to leader to be one of them. Do you?
Excuse me?
I've believed in Professor Ozpin
Like, really, when I
for
think about it,
years, and the man's never once led me astray.
So you would just blind
I don't know who I would have picked as leader for Team RWBY.
With all due respect,
They're all
your
kind of
exceptional
like
skill on the battlefield is matched only by your poor
of the
attitude.
same like
dare you?
My point exactly.
level of leadership ability in like right now in my eyes.
Exactly what she wanted.
That's not even remotely true.
He's got Blake, and she doesn't really want like a lot to deal with
Being a team
other
leader
people,
isn't
but
just a title you carry
I know she
around.
like gets that she has to at this point.
If you are not always
So
conforming
I wouldn't
to
really want
absolute
like
best,
to be led by someone that doesn't want a lot to do with other people.
So the outcome did not fall in your favor. Do you
And
really believe that acting in such a
Yang
manner
is
would
just kind of a
cause those in
wild
power
type.
to reconsider their
They're like, yeah,
decisions?
she's a good fighter and
So
she's good in
instead of
combat and
fretting
whatnot, but
about
I don't know
what
if she
you
like
don't have,
if she
savor
could like
what you
lead
do.
people.
Hone your skills, perfect every technique, and be not
Like I said
the
before,
best
Weiss is
leader,
kind of
but the best person.
kind of arrogant. Thinks she's better than others for the most part.
Been burdened with a daunting
And Ruby is just she's just a little too childish. It's like I get that she like came up with that plan to beat the Nevermore, but it's like she's God, what's the I forget the word, but like she's way too quick to like jump into things without really thinking it through. And I do like Ozpin's words of if you're a leader and you're not always like trying your hardest or doing your best, then why would anyone else want to follow you and do what you say?
How do you take your coffee?
I don't.
Answer the question.
Cream and 5 sugars.
Don't move.
And Ruby died of a heart attack that night.
Here. Thanks, Weiss. Ruby, I think you have what it takes to be a good leader.
And we get
Just
Weiss's
know
first character
that
development.
I am going to be the best teammate you will ever have.
I get like some people like they'll say like, man, that happened really fast where she's just like has like a completely different attitude about it. It's like, but you gotta remember, they're still really young. They're still like they're still very like they can still be influenced very easily by words, the words of certain people. And Weiss isn't dumb. Like she's really smart, and she like if you tell her like to think about something, then like she'll think about it.
This is the part where you lose.
Over my dead.
Oh, now we go into the most aggravating story arc of Volume 1.
As you can see, Mr. Ark's aura
God.
is now dropped into the red. In a tournament
Cardin's
style
like,
duel,
even like
this
his
would indicate
picture
that John is
on
no
the
longer fit for
scoreboard
battle, and that the official
looked like
may
a
call the
douche.
match. Mr. Ark, it's been weeks now. Please try to refer to your scroll during combat. Gauging your aura will help you to decide when it is appropriate to attack, or when it is better to move to a more defensive strategy. We wouldn't want you to be gobbled up by a Beowulf,
So,
now would we?
for those that don't know, Cardin Winchester
Remember, everyone, the Vital
is
Festival
based
is only
off
a few
of
months away.
Cardinal
Only
Winchester,
before students from the other
who,
kingdoms start
God, if
riding
I'm
the bell,
remembering
so
correctly,
keep practicing. Those
he
who choose
was
to
like
compete in the combat tournament will be representing
in
all
charge
realms.
of like trying Joan of Arc or something like that. I forget exactly what, but basically he was the one that caused Joan of Arc to be burned at the stake.
It was day.
And Joan of Arc that we know Jean was based off of.
Dozens of them!
2 of them.
But
I
they were
love
no
this part.
match. And in the end, Ren and I took them down and made a boatload of Lien selling Ursa's skin rugs.
She's been having this recurring dream for nearly a month now.
John?
Also, I've never noticed Ren holding that mug like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's really weird.
It's
But yeah,
You seem a little not.
Cardin Winchester, the mortal enemy of Jean Arc.
Look.
Jean
And also just an
picking on you
overall
since the
asshole.
First week of school.
Who? Cardin Winchester? Ah, he just likes to mess around, you know? Practical jokes.
He's a bully.
Oh, please.
Like, I don't
Ain't
get
one
how
time he's bullied me.
in this school you could get away with being that huge of an asshole. Because these people are training to be huntsmen and huntresses. You would think that they would, like,
Each of you will be assigned one rock
go out of their way to help each other and have each other's backs.
A Additionally, your locker can be sent to a custom location.
Like, I don't get how there could be a bully in this school. I get how there's like the asshole like faunus haters and like they're racist and shit.
I didn't land far from the school.
Jean, you know if you ever need help, you can just ask.
We'll break his legs.
Guys,
See, there's got to be someone else like Nora in this school.
It's not like he's only a jerk to me. He's a jerk to everyone.
Well, now that I say that, I don't think there's anyone else like Nora in the world. Like, see, I don't get how a cafeteria full of people training to be huntsmen and huntresses and like champions of the people and whatnot just sit back and let him act like that.
To be a faunus.
Oh, this douche.
Yes, prior to the Faunus Rights Revolution, more popularly known as the Faunus War, humankind was quite adamant about centralizing faunus population
The
in
best
menagerie.
teacher.
Now, while this must feel like ancient history to many of you,
Man,
it is
I
imperative
forgot
to
how
remember
slow
that
he
these are
talks here.
relatively recent events. Why, the repercussions of the uprising can still be seen to this day. Now, have any among you been subjugated or discriminated because of your faunus heritage?
Poor Velvet.
Dreadful, simply dreadful. Remember,
Velvet
it is
deserves better.
Precisely this kind of ignorance that breeds violence. I mean, just look at what happened to the White Fang. Now, which one of you young scholars can tell me?
Oh, it's
what
also
many
interesting
years
because
will be the turning point in the third year of the war.
we know that Velvet isn't a first year.
Precisely.
So it seemed like they mix first and second years,
Over General Lagoon's forces.
Hey,
like in classes.
Finally contributing to class. This is excellent. What is the answer?
Also, does his cup change throughout like this entire scene?
The advantage the faunus had over that guy's stuff. Binoculars.
Exactly.
Very funny, Mr. Ark. Cotton, perhaps you would care to share your thoughts on the subject.
Well, I know it's a lot easier to train an animal than a soldier.
You're not the most open-minded of individuals, are you, Cardin?
What? You got a problem?
No, I have the answer. It's night vision. Many faunus are known to have nearly perfect sight in the dark.
General Lagoon was
Me,
inexperienced and
fucking
made the
Cardin.
mistake of trying to ambush the faunus in their sleep. His massive army was outmatched, and the general was captured. Perhaps if you'd paid attention,
A lot of this section of the video is probably just gonna be me,
remembered as such a failure.
like talking crap about Cardin,
Mr. Winchester, please take your seat.
because I was bullied a lot when I was in school,
You
and I
Mr.
can't
Ark could
stand
both see me
bullies.
after class for additional readings.
Oh.
Now, moving on.
You go on ahead. I'll wait for Jean.
You two have been struggling in my class since day one. Now, I don't
You're
know
gonna see, yeah, now he has his mug
interest
again.
or just your stubborn nature, but whatever it is, it stops now. You've worked hard to gain entrance to the school, and we only accept the best of the best, so I expect you to act like it. History is important, gentlemen. If you can't learn from it, you're destined to repeat it. Pages 51 to 91. I want an essay on my desk by next class. Now, run along.
Oobleck, out. Oh, man.
You know, I really will break his legs.
Man, I wish I had friends like that when I was getting bullied in school.
Here, come with me.
I would have been like, yeah, go ahead.
Pyrrha, I know I'm going through a hard time right now, but I'm not that depressed. I can always be
Oh,
a farmer
man.
or something.
No!
Suicide jokes. Bold move, Rooster Teeth.
Jean, I know you're having a difficult time in class, and that you're still not the strongest of fighters, so I want to help you.
Freaking Cardin in his window.
What?
We can train up here after class where no one can bother us.
You think I need help?
No. No, that's not what I meant.
But you just said it.
This is the part where everyone
John,
kind of gets frustrated with
needs a little
Jean.
push from time to time. It doesn't make you any different from the rest of us. You made it to Beacon. That speaks volumes of what you're capable of.
And like,
you're wrong.
While I don't agree with how he handles the situation, I will say I do get it.
Of course you do.
No, I don't.
Because when you feel like you have to do something on your own,
I wasn't really accepted into Beacon.
like there's really not a lot anyone can do to convince you to let them help. Like without you having to try it and fail on by yourself.
I lied. I got my hands on some fake transcripts, and I lied.
What?
Because you want to feel like you can do something by yourself or on your own, and you don't need the help of others to try and get something done or make yourself better.
I was just never good enough.
Then let me help you.
I don't want help. I don't want to be the damsel in distress. I want to be the hero.
John,
I'm tired of being the lovable idiot stuck in the tree while his friends fight for their lives. Don't you understand?
It's also understandable because up to this point, like he's even said, like,
just leave me alone.
Like he wasn't good enough to get into like combat schools or anything like that. It's like, so I can imagine his parents and like other people around him also telling him like, maybe you just shouldn't try to go for that route or anything. It's just like hearing that for a while can make you feel like your only choice is to try and do it by yourself. And freaking Cardin.
Jean, come on. I'd never ratted a friend like that.
A friend?
Of course. We're friends now, Johnny boy. And the way I see it, as long as you're there for me when I need you, we'll be friends for a long time. That being said, I really don't have time to do those extra readings Dr. Ublik gave us today.
Push him off the roof, John.
Take care of that for me, buddy?
No one would ever know. But then again, he'd probably just land safely, since they're kind of trained to do that. That would suck. You can't even push someone off a roof to get rid of him.
How come Jean gets home so late?
He's become rather scarce ever since he's been fraternizing with Cardin.
That's weird. Doesn't he know we have a field trip tomorrow? We need our rest.
I'm sure our leader knows
That was a great
exactly
flip.
what he's doing.
Also, was there like a curtain or something outside that window?
Long time no see. Did you lock yourself out again?
Oh, nope. Got it.
So, where have you been lately?
I messed up. I did something I shouldn't have, and now Cardin's got me on a leash.
Also, how do you use your scroll to get into those rooms? Because they have a normal door handle. And I don't see a scanner next to it. And I'm pretty sure like that plate on the wall was like a nameplate.
You're a leader now, Jean. You're not allowed to be a failure.
But what if I'm a failure at being a leader?
Nope.
You know, you're not the easiest person to talk to about this kind of stuff.
Nope. Jean, maybe you were a failure when you were a kid. You might have even been a failure the first day we met. You can't be one now. You know why? Because it's not just about you anymore. You've got a team now, Jean. We both do. And if we fail, then we'll just be bringing them down with us. We have to put our teammates first and ourselves second. Your team deserves a great leader, Jean. And I think that can be you. Have a good night, Jean.
Hey, it's your buddy Cardin. I know you're probably busy with that dust project I gave you, but I'm gonna need you to go out and get me a bag of rapier wasps. And make sure they've got some
Rapier wasps also sound super horrifying. Like, I'm scared enough of regular wasps. I don't want to know what a rapier wasp looks like.
Yes, students, the Forest of Forever Fall is indeed beautiful. But we are not here to
I also want to know
Professor Peach has asked all of you
what
to collect
causes the
samples of
trees to be
deep
like
inside
this
forest,
year-round.
to make sure that none of you die while doing so. Each of you is to gather 1 jar's worth of red sap. However, this forest is full of the creatures of Grimm, so be sure to stay by your teammates. We will rendezvous.
I mean, did you have to go into the middle of the forest to do that? Like, doesn't that, like, come out of any tree?
Let's go.
Wow. I never saw that animation on Nora before. That looked really weird.
Hey, great work, Johnny boy. Now that wasn't too hard, was it?
I think I'm allergic to this stuff.
Great. So, John, I bet you're asking yourself, why did my buddy Carden ask me to collect 6 jars of tree sap when there's only 5 of us?
That is one of the many questions I have asked myself today, yes?
Well, come with me and you'll find out.
Oh. Carden?
Also want to know what he was doing to get the sap out of that tree.
Payback.
Pyrrha?
Because he didn't have, like, a funnel or a nozzle or anything.
Red-haired know-it-all thinks she's so smart. All right, boys. Last night, old John here.
Maybe she doesn't think she's smart. Maybe she just thinks you're dumb.
Now, we're gonna put him to work. Now, according to one of the essays you wrote from you last week, these nasty things love sweets.
Since you seem to fail at basic history.
And you're gonna do it.
Do what?
Hit her with the sap. Either that, or I'll have a chat with Goodwitch, and you'll be on the first airship out of Beacon.
First moment of character growth for Jean.
No.
What did you say?
I said
no.
I don't know if I would have thrown the jar at him.
Oh, you've done it now.
Especially without having a hold of the box of wasps.
Pyrrha? You okay?
Yeah.
Also, I forgot, like the little extra scenes, like, in between, like, certain parts that you get when you watch, like, the stitched together version. Because that scene right there isn't, like, in the actual show.
Tiny pieces.
I don't care what you do to me, but you are not messing with my team.
What? You think talk
Frickin'
like that
Nora,
makes
not
you
only
tough?
drinking her own
You think
sap,
you're a
but
big,
everyone
strong
else's as
man
well.
now?
Aura, activate. And all of his bruises and stuff are gone.
Let's see how much of a man you really are.
Because Aura heals you. Also, this part never made sense to me. It's like, I thought the Grimm only ate people. But here we have this Grimm going after someone covered in honey? Or sap? Yeah, you're a real good fighter there, Cardinal, whatever. Your name isn't important.
You guys hear that?
Ursa!
What? Where?
Back there! It's
I also love how he ran like full speed into Yang and she didn't even budge.
You and Blake, go get Professor Goodwitch.
You two, go with them. There could be more.
Crap!
Oh no.
Let it happen. But John's a good guy. And he'll protect people no matter what.
Wait.
And see, John does have like his little moments of he can be capable. Like you can definitely see the potential that he has. Neum. I'm not going to talk yet because I don't want to miss the good joke.
What? How did you...
Well, Ruby has her speed. You have your glyphs. My semblance is polarity.
You can control poles. No, you don't. It means she has
That is probably my favorite joke in the entire series. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say there's not like good jokes later on, but goddamn, dude, I just love everything about that joke, like the delivery and the timing, and oh my god, it's so great. So what I like about that is like a lot of people like can never really seem to figure out what's going on in that scene the first time they watch it, where it's Pyrrha like controlling his shield because he's dropping his shield while he's moving forward, so she like causes it to rise back up to block the Ursa's swipe. But the whole swinging the sword part, that's all Jean. Like he didn't get any assistance in that part. That's his strength that he used to chop off the Ursa's head. So you can see where he has the potential to like actually be a good fighter.
I thought you two were best buds.
Like he might not be like as fast and agile as everyone else, but he has like he has like that sturdiness and that strength that you need to be able to fight.
I had all this stupid macho stuff in my head.
John.
Because regardless of Pyrrha lifting his shield, if he wasn't able to sturdy himself, like his body against that attack, it would have just crumpled him over to begin with. But he was able to like reinforce his base and just block that attack with his own weight because the shield was already up.
Would you still be willing to help me? To help me become a better fighter?
Hey! Your stance is all wrong. You need to be wider and lower to the ground.
Yeah, true. Everything starts with a good base. If you don't have a good base, then you're not going to have any defense or power in any of your strikes. Alright, here we go. The last section of Volume 1. And Mr. Old Guy. In charge of everything.
I've never seen you smile this much, Weiss. It's kind of weirding me out.
How could you not smile? A festival dedicated to the cultures of the world. There will be dances, parades, a tournament. Oh, the amount of planning and organization that goes into this event is simply breathtaking.
You really know how to take a good thing and make it sound boring.
Quiet, you.
Remind me again why we're spending our Friday afternoon visiting the stupid docks.
Oh, they smell like fish. I've heard that students visiting from Vacuo will be arriving by ship today. And as a representative of Beacon, I feel as though it is my solemn duty to welcome them to this fine kingdom.
She wants to spy on them so she'll have the upper hand in the tournament.
You can't prove that. Whoa.
Also, I don't always find it interesting how she says that the students from Vacuo are supposed to be coming in on ships when they're part of the same continent, but I guess it makes sense because
what happened here?
Like, the continent does go in, like, that U sort of shape. And, like, Vale and Vacuo are, like, opposite, like, ends of the top parts.
Yeah, it just doesn't make a lick of sense. Who needs that much dust?
I don't know. An army?
You thinking the, White Fang?
Yeah, I'm thinking we don't get paid enough.
The White Fang. What an awful bunch of
Also, these accents that we don't hear from any characters ever again. So where did they come from?
The White Fang is hardly a bunch of psychopaths. They're a collection of misguided faunists.
Misguided? They want to wipe humanity off the face of the planet.
So then they're very misguided. Either way, it doesn't explain why they would rob a dust shop in the middle of downtown Vale.
Blake's got a point. Besides, the police never caught that Torchwick guy I ran into a few months ago. Maybe it was him. That still doesn't change the fact that the White
Also,
Fang are a bunch
I don't think I've ever noticed before, but did that guy just lick his hand after touching the ground?
That's not necessarily true.
Hey, stop that funny! Thanks for the ride, guys!
You no good stowaway.
Hey, a no good stowaway would have been caught. I'm a great stowaway.
And Michael Jones playing a role where he can't curse every 2 seconds.
Well, Weiss, you wanted to see the competition, and there it goes.
Quick, we have to observe him.
She's like, what just happened? And there we are.
No, he got away.
Time for another of everyone's favorite character. Everyone loves the redheads in this show.
Hello. Are you okay?
All the redheads are just so much fun to watch.
Do you want to get up?
Let me think about it.
My name is Penny. It's a pleasure to meet you. Hi, Penny. I'm Ruby. I'm Weiss.
Blake.
Are you sure you didn't?
I wasn't really like Penny's design, but I never got like her neck thing.
It's a pleasure to meet you. You already said that.
Like I get it, like it matches her boots and everything, but I don't know what that's supposed to be.
Take care, friend.
That always just kind of seemed out of place.
She was weird.
Now, where did that faunus riffraff run off to? What did you call me?
Oh, I'm really sorry. I definitely didn't think you heard me.
No, you.
I didn't think you heard me, so I thought it was okay to make fun of you.
I don't know.
That's how that works, right?
You call me friend. Am I really your friend?
She is adorable.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Sensational. We can paint our nails and try on clothes and talk about cute boys. Oh, is this what it was like when you met me?
No, she seems far more coordinated.
So, what are you doing in Vale?
I'm here to fight in the tournament. Wait, you're fighting in the tournament? I'm combat ready.
Forgive me, but you hardly look the part.
Says the girl wearing a dress.
It's a combat skirt.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
The first moment when you knew Weiss and Ruby would be friends forever.
That monkey-tailed rapscallion? The who? The filthy faunus from the boat.
Why do you keep saying that? Huh? Stop calling him a rapscallion.
I will say, like, even knowing, like, Weiss's
I'm sorry. Would you like me to
reasoning
to the trash can as a trash can?
for why she's like this, she does go a little too hard on the racism.
Broke the law. Give him time. He'll probably join up with those other faunus in the White Fang.
Not saying that any sort of racism is good, but how can I word that? Like she goes in a little too hard on the faunus.
You are a judgmental little girl.
What in the world makes you say that?
And it's like, I get it. I still get why she's like that. She's still very new to the outside world and like being out of her like mansion and away from her family and everything like that. But
why this is causing such
She goes in a little too much.
You realize you're defending an organization that hates humanity, don't you? The faunus of the White Fang are pure evil.
There's no such thing as pure evil. Why do you think they hate humanity so much? It's because of people like Cardin, people like you, that force the White Fang to take such drastic measures.
People like me? You're discriminatory.
And I will say, there are such things as pure evil.
You want to know why I despise the White Fang? Why I don't particularly trust the
as
faunus?
demonstrated by certain things going on in this country right now.
I've been at war with my family for years. War as an actual bloodshed. My grandfather's company has had a target painted across its back for as long as I can remember. And ever since I was a child, I've watched family friends disappear. Board members executed. An entire train car full of dust stolen. And every day, my father would come home furious. And that made for a very difficult
And I see
childhood.
there are people that like make light of what Weiss is saying here, like, oh, this is, poor you. You had a little bit of a bad childhood because your dad was mad, and it's like, if you don't understand like how much like having an angry parent or a bad parent at home can affect you mentally, then I don't really think that you can quite say anything about or appreciate what Weiss has gone through based off of just that sentence, because having a parent at home that's just angry all the time is not fun. I will tell you that. Like, is it less of a problem than being like an oppressed people? Yes, it is much less of a problem, but it's a problem nonetheless, and how much that can like skew your thinking towards like a person or a group of people. Like it can really like shape who you are as a person. And when that person is like angry all the time and they're constantly just like belittling the faunus and whatnot, then obviously that's what's going to be put into your head too. And like I said, she's also very new to being out in the world on her own, so she hasn't really had the experience to not think like that.
Maybe she isn't. Either way, she's missing, and we need to find her.
A member of the White Fang, right underneath our noses.
I just hope she's
People need to be taught if they want to change. They need to be shown what things actually are if you want them to change. Because even people that are willing to change won't change if they aren't shown why they should.
Finally, she speaks. Nearly 2 days and you're giving me nothing but small talk and weird looks. Yeah, like that.
Son, are you familiar with the White Fang?
Of course. I don't think there's a faunus on the planet who hasn't heard of them. Stupid, holier-than-thou creeps that use force to get whatever they want. Bunch of freaks, if you ask me.
I was once a member of the White Fang.
Wait a minute, you were a member of the White Fang?
That's right. I was a member for most of my life, actually. You could almost say I was born into it. Back then, things were different. In the ashes of war, the White Fang was meant to be a symbol of peace and unity between humans and the faunus. Of course, despite being promised equality, the faunus were subjected to discrimination and hate. Humanity still
Man,
thought
it's
of us
really
as
hot in this
lesser
room right
beings.
now, I'm not gonna lie.
So, the White Fang rose up as a voice of our people. And I was there. I was at the front of every rally. I took part in every boycott. And I actually thought we were making a difference. But I was just a youthful optimist. Then, 5 years ago, our leader stepped down, and a new one took his place. A new leader with
With
a
a
new
much
way
more
of thinking.
violent flag.
Suddenly, our peaceful protests were being replaced with organized attacks. We were setting fire to shops that refused to serve us, hijacking cargo from companies that used faunus labor. And the worst part was, it was working. We were being treated like equals, but not out of respect, out of fear. So, I left.
So yeah, one thing I also didn't mention is during Weiss's little speech inside their room, is he mentioned like a train car full of dust being stolen is actually a reference to Blake's
A criminal
trailer.
hiding in
The
plain
very
view,
first trailer with
all
her and
the
Adam
help
on the
of a
train.
little black bow.
So, have you told your friends any of this?
Blake! Blake! Where are you? Blake! Weiss, they're not helping. Oh, you know who might be able to help? The police. Ugh, Weiss. It was just an idea. Yeah, bad one.
Weiss, I think we should hear her side of the
I
story.
mean, you
before we
could
jump
go to
to
the police.
conclusions.
You don't have to tell them that she was a member of the White Fang or that she's a faunus.
I think Weiss's hair looks wonderful today. Ah, Penny, where did you come from? Hey guys, what are you up to?
We're looking for our friend Blake.
Oh, you mean the faunus girl. Wait, how did you know that? The cat ears?
What cat ears? She wears a
Bow.
She does like tuna a lot. Where is she? We don't know. She's been missing since Friday.
That's terrible.
So I thought I noticed
Well,
like a
don't you worry, Ruby, my
like a
friend.
tear at the
I
bottom of
won't
the screen
rest
in the
until we
animation. I
find
guess I was
your
wrong.
teammate.
That's really nice of you, Penny. But we're okay. Really. Right, guys?
Gone. They said, "You're the one that wanted to be friends with Penny."
So, what's the plan now?
I still don't believe the White Fang is behind these robberies. They've never needed that much dust before.
What if they did? I mean, the only way to prove that they didn't do it is to go to the place where they would most likely go to if they were to do it and not find them there. Right?
The only
There's
thing
a
is,
bit
I
of,
have no idea where that would be.
Well, while I was on the ship,
flaw
I heard
in
some
that
guys
plan of
talking
yours,
about
son.
offloading a huge shipment of dust coming in from Atlas.
How huge?
Huge. Big Shinny Company freighter.
You're sure?
Shani.
Thanks anyways. This is hopeless. You really don't care if we
I always find it weird how some characters pronounce it Shni and others pronounce it Shunny.
Afraid of what she'll say when we find her. The innocent never run, Yang.
That is also very flawed thinking that is probably also
So,
heavily
Blake is your
influenced by
friend?
her upbringing.
Yes, Penny.
But you're mad at her?
Yes. Well, I'm not. Weiss is.
Is she friends with Blake?
Well, that's kind of up in the air right now.
But why?
Well, you see, Blake might not be who we thought she was.
Is she a man?
No, Penny. I don't know what she is. She didn't exactly talk to us before she decided to run off.
I don't have a lot of friends. But if I did, I would want them to talk to me about things.
Me too.
And here we go.
Did I miss anything?
Not really. They've offloaded all the crates from the boat. Now they're just sitting there.
Cool. I stole you some food.
Do you always break the law without a second thought?
Hey, weren't you in a cult or something? Okay, too soon.
That's a bit different there, son. Also, I want to know how that got that close without them hearing it.
Oh no.
Is that them?
Yes.
Is that them? Giant white fang emblem on the back of his jacket.
Grab the tow cables. You really didn't think they were behind it, did you?
No. I think deep down I knew. I just didn't want to be right.
Hey! What's the holdup? We're not exactly the most inconspicuous bunch of thieves at the moment, so why don't you
Everyone's
animals try to
favorite
pick up
villain.
the pace?
This isn't right.
Also, kind of an
Would
asshole toward
never
the
work
faunus.
with human, especially not one like that.
Hey, what are you doing?
No, you idiot. This isn't a leash?
Like, I get he's a bad guy, but I'm also kind of surprised at how much of an asshole he is toward the faunus.
Take it easy there, little lady.
Brothers of the
I will
White
also
Fang,
never understand
why are
how
you
that
eating the
tiny
skull?
strip of fabric hides her ears.
Oh, kid. Didn't you get the memo?
What are you talking about?
And I'd be
Fang and I
more
are
than
going
happy to
in
hear
on
an
a joint
explanation
business
for it.
venture together.
Tell me what it is, or I'll put an end to your little operation.
I wouldn't exactly call it a little operation.
Also, I don't get how he was able to fire that and not be affected by the explosion as well. Because it's not like the explosion... It's not like it's a device, like, designed for the explosion to just travel in one direction. Like, that explosion goes everywhere. Also, Sunwood didn't have a banana earlier, so I don't know where he got that banana peel from.
Leave her alone.
Unnecessary flips.
You are not the brightest banana in the bunch, are you, kid?
Also, I never noticed it before, but Roman seems really tall right there. Also, can't remember the name of Sun's weapon. I need to look all that stuff back up. Also, I will never get over how amazing Roman is in this scene. And that I don't think anyone really ever gives him credit for. Like, he is taking on two Faunus, like, at the same time with nothing but a cane. Like, not even using a semblance. And what is he? He's just a street-level thief.
Oh, hello, Red.
Like, he's actually a really good fighter.
Are these people your friends? Penny, get back!
He also has really good aim.
Don't worry, Ruby. I'm combat ready.
I also love the debate of everyone up to this point, like, constantly saying is like, man, Penny seems to act kind of robotic, doesn't she? And then in this scene, they're all just super convinced she's a robot. I mean, come on. Can't normal people do this kind of stuff? Oh my god, I never noticed before that all the White Fang just fall out of those ships when they're split in half. That's actually kind of hilarious.
How is she doing that?
Like, certainly people have to be dead after that. And after the ship's getting split in half and crashing. Like, there's no way White Fang members didn't die.
Look, Weiss, it's not what you think. She explained the whole thing. You see, she doesn't actually wear a bow. She has kitty ears, and they're actually kind of cute.
Weiss, I want you to know that I'm no longer associated with the White Fang. Back when I was with...
Stop. Do you have any idea of how long we've been searching for you? 12 hours. That means I've had 12 hours to think about this. And in that 12 hours...
Also, I'm pretty sure they were searching for her for longer.
I don't care.
You don't care?
You said you're not one of them anymore, right?
No, I haven't been since I was younger.
I don't want to hear it. All I want to know is that the next time something this big comes up, you'll come to your teammates. And not someone else.
So it's not exactly a sorry, but you can tell she is admitting that she was wrong with how she was acting.
Yeah, Team RWBY is back together!
I'm still not quite sure how I feel about you.
Hey, wait a minute.
To be fair, he is a thief.
You should know better than to go running around in a strange city.
I know, sir.
Annie, your time will come.
I also want to know who that is. Crow. Spelled the correct way. And there we have it. Let's hide that. Volume 1 down. Man, it feels so good, like, going back and watching this again. Like, not from reactors, but just sitting down and, like, watching the whole thing, like, through by myself on my own again. There's like a few little things that I noticed that I never did before. And it's cool that I can go back this, like, long after and still find, like, little new things despite how small or seemingly insignificant they are. Like little parts of character designs or certain things in, like, the animation and whatnot. I'll let this play all the way through. Even though I don't need to see the ending scene, it's just making sure everyone on the staff and everything and all this gets, like, their proper credit. Because, man, what a ride this show is, going from this to where we're at now. And I really can't wait to do the other volumes now. Because this is really fun getting to sit through the whole of Volume 1 again. Let's see if I can't recognize anyone. Jack Patillo. I'm surprised they're putting, like, the some of the voice actors in the special thanks. The Hullums. Teddy Burns on security? Wasn't he, like, super young when this came out? Oh, and Rooster Teeth. I'm so glad that they gave Monty the chance to sort of try and bring his vision to life while he still had the chance.
How very disappointing, Roman.
Whoa! Wasn't expecting to see you guys so soon.
We were expecting more from you.
Hey, you were the ones who suggested working with those stupid mutts from the White Fang.
And you will continue to do so. We have big plans for you, Roman. All we ask is a little cooperation.
Team Crime! Oh, I love that art. Alright. Let's... There. Whoa, why did that? Okay. Like, messed up my other screen. Nope. Stop. What's... Okay. Something was started playing again. So that was Volume 1. Yeah, like I said, it was super fun going back and watching this again. Like, it's always interesting, like, being where we're at in the series right now and then coming back to this and, like, seeing, like, is this everything I remembered? And it is everything I remembered. And I still love it just as much. Like, despite the lower quality animation and art style, it's still worthy of being called my favorite series. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I don't know if anyone's really going to sit through and watch this all the way to the end, but I really hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm really trying to get the channel more noticed and get some more views on these videos so that way I can keep making them. But yeah, Volume 2, I don't know. I'll try and get it done maybe in like a week or so or something like that. I don't know how often I'll have these volume videos coming out. But no, I'm definitely going to keep doing it because it's really cool going back and seeing like where the series started. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.